Hello, friend. We all know that Elon Musk is a genius. He has started a big company by learning a lot of things and running it successfully, and is one of the richest men in the world. But have you ever wondered how he does it? You run an electric car company, and suddenly you run a rocket company. How do you do all this? You have a big team behind you. Who is the chief engineer of your rocket company? Many people ask him for an interview or go to investors to ask for funding. I am that chief engineer. Ask them what you want. He's announced this in many places to the media people who are taking interviews. They ask him, "Are you a chief engineer? Are you a computer software engineer? How did you learn all this? How did you become so confident in what you learned? And how did you invest all the money you earned when you left PayPal and started a new electric car company and a new rocket company?" Everyone is surprised. But Elon Musk has gained so much confidence that he invested all his money in 2 new companies and took them to a big level. He gives a lot of credit to a thinking pattern he follows. Thinking pattern is the first principle, thinking first, principle thinking. So what if you asked me, now you have a lot of jewelry growing on your hand. You think you can cut this nail, but as soon as you take the nail cutter, it is already past 6? You must have heard people at home saying that you should not cut any jewelry. Why do you say that? It is not good for the family. It is not good for the family. It is like that. It is said from that time. Our parents and grandparents told us not to cut jewelry at night and raised us, so they tell us the same things. But when we ask why we should not cut it, we will give one reason at a time. But I don't know if it is a convincing reason. But if you have thought about why people were saying this at that time, and if you have thought about it a bit, it is not because there was no electricity at that time, but because there was inconsistent electricity. If you come at night after 6 o'clock and try to cut your nails in the dim light, there is a high chance of injuring yourself. If this sharp nail comes here and misses, there is a chance that someone will get hit by that sharp nail when they are walking in the dark. If there are small children in your house, these nail pieces that can be missed without being seen come into the hands of those children. They have a habit of putting everything in their mouths so that they don't have any digestive issues. That is, to avoid things like this that can happen practically. They would have told them to follow all this when there was an inconsistent power supply. They have followed the things they were told during the time when there was no electricity without asking questions over time. That is why we continue to follow these kinds of things until today. Because in the current situation, many people will follow them and come and ask why we are doing this, and we will not find out the fundamentals of it, but we will make a connection with these fundamentals and reasoning and stay there. This first principle concept is telling us to start thinking, but generally, our people don't think like this. They start working by looking at how everyone else is doing something and thinking about what the next improved version of it will be. They start working by looking at what others are doing and stay there. When it comes to building, there may be an instant solution and a fast approach, but it is not always the right approach. If I had to give an example, Elon Musk came to Tesla and understood that batteries are absolutely necessary for our manufacturing of electric cars. Now, we know that batteries are needed. Generally, if there is a normal car company, all these battery packs in the market are always expensive. Well, the battery is expensive. I thought, which company is making these batteries? Who is making them in the best quality and at the same time low cost? They give when you order more. Who gives better deals? You might think like this, but Elon Musk comes and says that our first principle approach is not to use batteries here. But why is it expensive? He thinks about it and tries to find out the facts. When you think about it from this perspective, what is in a battery? Lithium, nickel, cobalt, aluminum, carbon. All of this is put in a specific arrangement and covered with steel, like a can. And all these materials are put in a specific arrangement, and some polymers are added. He understands the things he is talking about. Okay, is this all the material inside? This is called London metal. If we buy in mass quantity in the exchange, will we get more price difference? If we buy everything and try to make these battery packs ourselves, we will think whether we can make them cheaper than what they do without compromising on quality. This is the first principles thinking. The core concept of running is that when we face a problem, we ask why, and go down to its deep, fundamental facts. For example, if we jump from a height on Earth, gravity will come and bring us down. If we prepare a coil of iron and magnet and charge it with current, it will run away at a fast speed. If you come from afar, you can't stand still. Inertia and momentum carry us a little farther. Salt and sugar dissolve in water, but soil dissolves. These are some of the things that we can see from a different perspective. But not everyone can think of something like this at a talking level. Even if they can think like that, they can't execute it practically that easily. Because when Elon Musk came and tried to start the rocket company SpaceX, he faced a lot of challenges. The first rocket was made by government agencies. They also bought materials from other places and made it in assembly. In 2002, he had a vision of sending such a rocket to Mars. He started working on it. He visited Russia and talked to all the rocket experts there. No matter how you look at it, if you want to buy a rocket, it will cost $65 million in that time period. Why does it cost so much? It seems like it is very expensive. It seems like it is made by pi. Maybe he thought like that and started reading a lot of books. He went to first principles thinking and started thinking about what materials to use in a rocket. When you break down an item and compare the material cost with the actual price of the rocket, you will find that there's a huge difference. If you compare the actual cost of the rocket with the cost of materials, the cost of materials does not even add up to 5% of the final price of the rocket. But those components, in the specialization of making a part, a company makes a profit margin. And when it changes hands and a rocket is assembled, its price increases dramatically. After discovering this, humanity will become a multiplanetary species in the future, and everything will be easier for the Moon and Mars. If we want to make rockets much cheaper than what we do now, we need to understand that our dream will come true, and we can make books and actual rockets from people. He has built a strong knowledge base and he started to develop the team and prepare the components required for the rocket in-house. Now, SpaceX is preparing 80 to 90% of the parts used in its rockets. Not only that, they have also brought innovation in rocket technology and created reusable rocket boosters. So, I think we should create something new. You should understand the physics, chemistry, and biology laws of the subject and start working from those fundamental facts. Now, if an author comes and tells you that he has written a best-selling book, that best-selling book is a result of this book. If you open it and see how this result was obtained, there are good chapters in it. There is good, meaningful information. How are good, meaningful chapters formed? Good, meaningful paragraphs formed. To form good, meaningful paragraphs, there must be correct sentences. To form correct sentences, there must be correct words. Those words must be in correct combination when reading or listening to it. New meanings, new education should be given to people instead of going on the basis of short ideas and opinions. If they are already doing something, you should go in search of actual facts. Why did you start thinking like this? Did you apply this cream? If you apply this, you will become white. If you apply this oil, all your pimples will disappear. If you apply this oil, your hair will grow. Don't believe such things. Go and find actual facts and focus on things like diet, workout, and sleep. Because what we put in our mouth not only goes into the stomach and digests and gives us energy, but also creates a change in every cell in our body. So, to fix our body's health condition, first fix our diet, work out, and sleep. And then, if there are any changes, then the next level of stress management and relaxation are all part of your health. After this, if the results do not come as expected, consult a doctor and find out what the specific problem is with your body, what the fundamental truth is with your body, and what the baseline is. You can then make appropriate solutions for it. Maybe medical tests and diagnostics can help. But if you want to make any changes in your health, for example, if you want to lose weight, the fundamental truth is that you should eat more calories per day than you used to eat. Exercise and gain weight the right way. If you want to eat good quality calories and work out at the same time, why do we think that we are gaining weight if we eat well and do not exercise? We will not get the muscles we expected, but the fat that makes us unhealthy will be the major factor. Why do we think that we will become a strong person? You should know the fundamental truth of the subject. That is, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, averages, percentages. And understand all these correctly. No matter what move you make, the value of the money you have should always come and go. In addition, subtraction should not happen. You should take all the steps with a mindset that this is how you can get rich and earn assets. They say to avoid liability, so if you want to change something, keep an open mind. If you want to change something you don't like, take this first principle approach. Think deeply and go to the talking level. Because when you think from the talking level and build up, there are many chances to find better solutions. If you liked this video, Like it, comment it, share it with your friends and family. If you want to watch the video of Elon Musk's biography, click here. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel.